Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Beim letzten Mal haben wir uns um den Abend gekümmert und haben endlich eine Entscheidung getroffen, was wir zum School Festival machen werden, und nun steht uns ein Practical Exam Sarah entgegen. Darum kümmern wir uns jetzt. Seems as though she plans to fight us at something close to her full strength. We've always wanted a chance to fight the famous purple lightning. Well, if you were ever holding anything back before, now's the time to pour it all in.
I take it you're all ready? You've been studying and training here half a year now. I think you might finally be able to do it. Now, show me you've got what it takes to pass with flying colors.
Gotcha!
Come at me with everything you've got!
Under the following condition, no one reaches low HP during battle, win in less than 40 turns. Genau, wir dürfen wirklich aufpassen mit dem Leben.
My turn.
La Forte.
Yes, sir! Arcus,
Adamantine
activate!
Shield.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah! Here I go!
So, sehr schön. Machen einfach mal erstmal den Buster an.
Get him!
Didn't see that coming.
Go!
Right.
So, ja gut. Laura ist halt gerade ein bisschen gehandicapt. Daher... Ja, nicht Beaut, auch nicht Ziel. Blind, Sleep, Burn, Freeze, Petrify, Faint. Confuse, Step Down. Welches ist es denn, was Laura offiziell hat? Machen wir einfach das, was alles heilt.
Here we go!
Im Endeffekt wahrscheinlich die schlaue
Yes,
Variante.
My turn!
Million. Dann
All right,
Motivate.
let's do this!
Okay.
Understood. Of course. Hey!
So.
Flames, gather up!
Not bad. Time for the kid gloves to come off.
Ich denke, das sollte dann jetzt reichen. Jawohl.
You've come a long way.
Yeah, you didn't stand a chance!
So, soll doch, glaube ich, beide geschafft
Not
haben,
bad.
beide Conditions. Das waren auf gar keinen Fall 40 Züge, von daher. Sehr schön. LP increased by 2, perfekt. We defeated the instructor. Rather, she really is just as strong as people say she is. Nicely done. Can't believe how far you've all come in just 6 months. I know you've been honing your team tactic, but I wasn't expecting such a top-rate performance from you so soon. But you know what? It's your instructor, that's the best feeling in the world. Okay, that's one group down, 3 more to go. I'll call you in groups of 3, so be ready to jump in when I call your name. Is she even human? Multiple group with multiple opponents in every group, and she was still able to put up a fight against all of us. She's on a completely different level. We need to redouble our efforts and training if we hope to match her. You can say that again. Ooh, I'm spent. Mind if I use you as a pillow, Emma? What? Here? Have you no shame? Looks like there's still some life in her yet. She's the only person I know who can fight 4 back-to-back battles and still have the energy for wisecracks. Don't get me wrong, I'm genuinely impressed with how far you've come. Now I can tell you where you're headed for your field study without any worries. Up we go. Alright, get them all there out. Interesting choices. Group A, Reen, Elisa, Fee, Marcius, Elliot, Quo. Study location, Ruhr, the industrial metropolis. Group B, Emma Laura uses Gaius and Milliam to orders for Port City. Ruhr and Orders, those are 2 of the Empire's largest cities, right? Well, technically they are. Ruhr is far from small, but Orders is kind of on another level. It's the 2nd largest city in the Empire with over 400,000 people. Also happened to be a stronghold of Duke Cayenne, the noble faction's de facto leader. Are you out of your mind? You want us to drag this hyperactive chatterbox straight into the noble faction's largest stronghold? He does make a good point. Orders is hostile territory for her, no 2 ways about it. If they find you poking around, they'll burn you at the stake. I'm not that worried. I've snuck into Orders plenty of times before, and this time I've got you guys with me. I'll be fine. This is no laughing matter. I'm a bit concerned too. As am I. Orders is quite far from here if something were to happen. Not to worry, we're thinking about what to do about that. So you're not in for a laid-back vacation, that much I can say for certain. That goes for the group headed to Ruhr too. The Reinford group is based out of Ruhr, isn't it? Though Ruhr's also part of Marquis Wagner's domain, and he's the head of one of the 4 great houses. Jellicoe's stubborn old man, eh? He's supposed to be a real hardliner, even among the big shots in the aristocracy. That's true, but the Imperial Army also runs a military factory in the vicinity. The Reinford group isn't aligned with either faction, but I can imagine there are more than a few ongoing complications. Really? Sounds like trouble if you ask me. Why would my father and the other members of the board choose destinations like those in dangerous times like these? Well, like I said, we're thinking those issues over. With the Academy's annual festival coming up next month, there's no field study being planned. So this is your chance to show off all the know-how you've gained from your previous field studies. Make whatever preparations you need to, and when Saturday rolls around, travel with your heads held high. Class 7 has done a damn good job so far. The only reputation you guys have to live up to is your own. Thank you, instructor.
Your rank's gone up.
Yeah.
Here's a little something from the Academy.
Alright,
Thank you for everything.
Billy trägt verteidigt mit Aura.
It's 8:20, so we're still waiting on Elliot and Crow then. Looks like they nearly pulled an all-nighter working on our festival performance.
It sounds like they've got a general idea of what they want, as far as style goes. But they're both nitpicking the set list and all the little details of the performance itself.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I'm not worried about Elliot, but I can't say I've got an abundance of faith in Crow.
Well, be that as it may, we just have to leave it to them for now.
Still, I was surprised by what the instructor said last night. What do you think she's cooking up this time?
I can only shudder to guess.
Previous day, dinner time.
Oh, before I forget, I want you all to stop by the academy tomorrow morning before you head out. Both groups. Meet me out on the field by 9 a.m. and don't be late.
Well, Sarah randomly springing things on us is nothing new.
But why delay our departure? It takes 8 hours by train to reach Ordis as it is.
You're right. If we're still in Trista at 9 a.m., it would be past sundown before we got there.
The train ride to Ruhr is over 5 hours, too. Ideally, we'd all be on the first train out of Trista. How about it, Sharon? With the way you're just standing back there smiling, I'm guessing you know something. I hope you're looking forward to my unsurprise when we step off the train in Ruhr to see you already there.
I wouldn't dream of it. I assure you, I'll only be seeing you off this time.
She's totally going to be there ahead of us.
That's about as sure a bet as you can make. Pretty certain she knows what's going on, too.
She's one amazing maid. I feel like I have my own professional chef, too.
Oh, sorry guys, I overslept.
Yo, morning everyone.
Morning.
Looks like we have everyone now.
We have to meet the instructor at the field by 9, right?
I don't know what she wants to see us about, but don't worry, we've still got some time left.
Anyway, I think we should head out now. I'm sure most of us have some last-minute preparations to take care of.
True.
Have a safe trip, everyone.
All records and accessories have been unequipped from your group's members. Das ist, glaube ich, einfach nur die Gruppe, ne? Oh man. Wie sehen diese Squads von den Pupils aus? Ich finde halt Schwachsinn, dass die Quads immer rausgenommen werden, ganz ehrlich. Nervt mich ein bisschen, weil ich die dadurch jedes Mal wieder neu zusammen konfigurieren muss, sobald ich die benutzen will. So. Erst wo wir hingehen ist, ihr seht schon da jemanden, ins Engineering Building. Morning everyone. Good morning. Oh, didn't expect to see all three of you together so early. What gives? We were just talking about all of you actually. I'm just glad you managed to decide what to do for the festival before you got shipped off on your field study. Not like you didn't waste any time putting George to work either. We did ask him for help with our open instruments, yeah. I'm hoping to have everything sorted out by the time you're back. Make sure you know who's going to be playing what by then, though. We haven't even decided our genre yet. Well, that's definitely something you'll have to take care of. I'm more interested in the outfit, though. Thinking sexy. Really sexy, especially the girls. Oh, you and I are on the same page. Don't even think about it, I'm not wearing one. It would be a bit distracting if they ended up being as revealing as President Herschel's was. That was all Angie and Crow's fault. They wouldn't listen to any of my feedback. I hope you realize how much I'm counting on you to stop the scene. I'll see what I can do. On a less sexy topic, this month's field study sounds like a tough one. Ruhr is at the center of the Norcia province. The provincial army's influence isn't quite as blatant as in Orders, but they still hold significant sway there. And their relationship with the railway and military police is especially bad, so make sure you don't get wrapped up in all of that. Really, and tensions are rising both inside and outside the country as it is. Kind of worrisome. At least your field study's been planned out to minimize the chances of you getting into any trouble. What? What do you mean by planned out? Oh, did Instructor Sarah not tell you? Well, we can't spoil the surprise then, can we? What are you... Curiosity piqued? Well, they did call you to field, right? Why don't you get going? I'm sure it'll all make sense when you're there. slow it down. How come you guys all get to know and I don't? Sorry, Crow. Well, that's what you get for taking the easy classes again this year. What she said. So you're technically a second year, so make sure to back your new class up. Oh, I see how it is. Get a few more credits than me and you think you can get away with saying whatever you want. Well, sounds like we should head over to the field then. Mal gucken, die Party, die ich am Ende zusammenstelle, mit der ich campen will, ist wahrscheinlich dann die hier. Aber eigentlich müsste ich auch Elisa mal benutzen, weil Elisa benutze ich, habe ich halt gefühlt in dem ganzen Spiel noch nicht benutzt, außerhalb des ersten Kapitels, glaube ich, oder so. So. Ah, da. Der gute Patrick. What are you still doing here? Don't you have a field study to undertake? We thought so too, but they told us to gather at the field instead. How about you, Patrick? I thought it'd be a cold day in hell before I saw you attend morning practice. I'm only here to shake off my morning drowsiness. I most certainly didn't come here to train after my crushing defeat at Friedel's hand. That is one honest lie. You can read him like a book. You'll be making your way to Orders and Ruhr, will you not? Rather foolhardy if you ask me. Well, we can't really claim that either place will be a cakewalk. Orders is Duke Cayenne's stronghold, so the others are bound to run into trouble there. But it's not like Ruhr is the nicest place these days either. Wait, are you actually worried about us, Patrick? If you're only going to spout nonsense, I would appreciate it if you held your tongue. Moving on, we plan on settling the score with you at the Academy Festival. As such, we would prefer it if you returned safely. Challenge accepted. We'll be back and we'll make sure to give you a run for your money. Ach ja, Patrick. Ist hier irgendwo... Ah ja, da. Ist Celine? Oh, even Celine's here. Maybe she's curious about what's going on too. Who knows what cats are thinking. Meow. Is this for me? Thanks, I'll make good use of it. Alright, Instructor Sarah should be waiting for us. Let's get moving. Yep. So. We were all told to meet here at 9 AM. Seems like I still have some time. No idea what this is all about, but it'll probably be a good idea to finish preparing first. Good, you're all here. Oh, Instructor, I wasn't expecting you to be... Sharon? Weren't you in the dormitory when we left? Indeed I was, but I was summoned here by Lady Sarah. So after seeing all of you off, I came straight here. How did I guess she'd get here ahead of us? You know, at this point I shouldn't have really been surprised. Geez, she ain't the Rheinford's top mate for nothing. Personally, I would have preferred not to ask her to come at all. But since she'll be acting as Group A's guide, I didn't have much of a choice. Why, thank you. Wait, why would we need a guide? So you're telling me... Oh, it looks like everyone's here already. Oh, Sharon's here too. What are you doing here? Cooking, cleaning, instantaneous travel, what isn't her thing? You flatter me, Master Juices. Well, we've got all of you here now. And look at that, 9 AM right on time. Huh? What's that sound? Sounds like a rush of air. No, that's not quite it. Sounds to me like an airship. Are you kidding me? Look! What the hell is that? Here they come. Ooh. What is this thing even doing here? Wow, it's so cool. Crimson airship. Who does it belong to? An Imperial Army warship, maybe? No, not enough giant guns. Still, the shape looks familiar. Oh, now I remember. It's like the white wings of Liber. You think so too, right? You mean like VRC? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance. VRC, wasn't that a high-speed cruiser from Kingdom of Liber? Oh, das verpasst man halt komplett, wenn du die Sky-Spiele nicht kennst. Indeed, it was on that very airship that Prince Oliver made his triumphant return to Heimdall. No way. We're not seriously going to land here, right? Of course they are. It's a 75 arch from bow to stern. It might be a bit of a snug fit, but they should be able to touch down. Man, you've got to be kidding me. Wait a minute, how do you know how large it is? The golden stallion. This is the best. It's actually very pretty up close. The more I look, the more it seems just like the SA, except red. It bears the crest of Erebonias, though. At the very least, it's an airship from the Empire.
Salutations, my beautiful friends! It's only been 10 days since last we met, but I couldn't keep myself away.
Prince Oliver.
And Major Vander.
Ich denke mal, jetzt wird ab mir vertonen und kann einen Schluck trinken, ja. I'm glad to see you all again.
Your slack-jawed amazement says it all. It looks like this will be quite the crowd pleaser during its grand unveiling in Heimdall.
Wait, what grand unveiling? Man, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
The prince is just here in a supporting capacity today, to say nothing of myself. The real stars of the show are the airship and this fine gentleman we have aboard.
What might you be referring to?
It's been quite some time. I see many familiar faces gathered here today, and several I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting.
Is that?
I know that voice.
The Radiant Blade Master?
Father!
So that's Laura's dad?
Wait, who's the one now?
And look, Tobal's with him too.
This isn't quite how I expected our grand reunion to go, that's for sure.
What are you doing up there? And what's with the hat?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Kapitän Victor, as I've said, who will be assuming command of this ship.
So that's what this is about.
I'll fill you in on the details another time.
What in the name of Adios is that?
Okay.
Wow, what a pretty ship.
This thing's a real piece of work.
Incredible! I've heard about the specs, but the numbers don't do it justice. Looks even better live than on paper.
Principal Van Dyke, you too?
someone fill us in on what exactly is going on here?
Your bafflement is quite understandable. The chairman of the board proposed a change to your travel arrangements for this month's field study. He's agreed to deliver all of you to your respective destinations aboard this airship.
What? We'll be riding in style.
He's mainly taking it on its maiden voyage to unveil the ship to the nation. We're just kind of along for the ride. You'll be headed to the capital first, but from there, it'll be a straight shot to Ruhr.
Wow. I'm not sure what to say.
Huh. This is all so sudden. I think I need to sit down.
Well, should we be off, Your Highness?
Yes, that sounds marvelous. With that, let me be the first to welcome you, Class 7. Aboard the second Arsail class high-speed cruiser, the Courageous.
Da ist sie, die Courageous. Second Arsail class high-speed cruiser, Courageous. Martel Park. Alto Street. Warum gerade Misty? Ost-District. Hallo, Blue Blanc. Not even our high-speed train could hope to match that. That may be true, but we still have our own strength. How's the investigation coming along? Well, they've been pretty blatant about trying to obstruct us, so basically about what we expected. Same is true in other areas as well. Understood. Respond with pattern 13. I'll head there myself this afternoon. Yes, ma'am. Heimdall, Saint Sunk District, Saint Estria Girls School.
My, what a spectacular sight! My brother told me all about it, but there's no substitute for seeing it soar through the skies. Simply beautiful. Yes, it really is. You're up there, aren't you, Reen?
Wow! That's the Courageous! Oliver finally finished his airship.
It's a fine ship, isn't it? Prince Olivert seems to have gone to quite a lot of trouble having it built.
Is this the wind of change you intend to release across our staid and troubled land? Go, my son, and show me the caliber of man you can be.
you believe it's been almost 2 years already? And look at how far our debaucherous prince has managed to come. Partnering with Liberl to make a second Arcel-class airship, then cruising over the capital? I suppose that's one way to stick it to you for outmaneuvering him at the trade conference.
Let him have his fun for now. Still, this was certainly an unexpected play on his part. He and that band of students he likes to ship across the country have proven a never-ending source of entertainment. But now, my dear Prince Oliver, we have reached a decisive point. The board has been prepared, every piece in its place. Can you turn the tides in your favor? I look forward to finding out.
Norsche Province has an edge over the Schwarzdrache barrier. A barrier? Lloyd, where are you? Wo ist Lloyd, wenn man ihn mal braucht? Wir haben hier eine Barriere, hallo? Lloyd. Couragous Bridge.
It's currently 10:02, and we have a north-northwesterly wind blowing in at a speed of 11 arch. We've just passed through the Schwarzdrache barrier's airspace into the province of Nortia.
Current speed is 3050 SPH. We've reached full cruising velocity.
Maintain current course and speed. Follow the Nortia main line, maintaining a distance of 200 arch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
So this is what the bridge of a cruiser looks like. It's all kind of making my head spin. If I'm not mistaken, this ship is equipped with Yapstein Foundation's latest information processing system. Huh. I actually managed to get the Reinford Group, Zeiss Central Factory and the Yapstein Foundation to collaborate. I suppose you would be the most well-informed on matter of technology. It took the combined efforts of countless supporters to make this airship from blueprint to beauty. I've caused a great many people no small amount of trouble gathering the technology and funds to build it. Nice to know even princes have trouble with financing sometimes. Alas, it's true. I had to borrow quite a sum from a number of sources, the Emperor himself among them. But all my labors bore fruit, and we were able to build an airship that met all of my ideal specifications. At a length of 75 yards, it's almost twice the size of the original Lasse. And with it holding 20 of these CF's high-performance engines, we can achieve a top speed of roughly 3000 SPH. Not quite as fast as the Arcade 3600 SPH, but the Courageous boasts high armor and interception capabilities. Good grief, she's memorized all of these specs already. Still, the more I hear about it, the more unbelievable it sounds. Sounds like he's compensating for something. I had heard something like this was in development, but I never would have imagined you'd pack this much power into it. Well, now we have a rough idea how extravagant this ship is, but what I don't understand is why my father is sitting in the captain's seat. He's not even part of the military. Unless, father, did you actually enlist in the Imperial Army? I can understand why you might be perplexed. However, this ship isn't a part of any military force. Huh? So, wait, is it officially regarded as the property of the Imperial family? Precisely. I intend the ship to give wing to a third faction of thought, unconnected to both the Imperial and Provincial armies. To that end, I could think of no finer captain than Viscount Arce. Well, that at least explains some of it. I see what you're getting at, yeah. The fastest airship in the Empire, captained by the Radiant Blade Master. Couldn't ask for a stronger deterrent than that. Arce. Well, that's my hope anyway. About half of the crew here are on loan from my division, the 7th Armored. The rest are civilians, representing a variety of nationalities and social classes. As for me, I'm here because I'm just that good at gathering information. They've also tasked me at the as a point man for keeping in touch with the guild and all its local branches. Makes sense to me. Thors was definitely a good choice. Protect and patience to spare. On the other hand, I'm more of a fun face-punching type. Frankly, I'm still shocked we are here. I'd never have imagined we'd be flying in such a marvel of a ship with such a distinguished crew. You've got me curious, so are you intending to tour the whole empire like this? That's our plan, yes. Our hope is that it might help assuage some of the tension that's been building across the nation. And if we happen to intimidate the Imperial Liberation Front while we're at it, all the better. Ah, that makes sense considering they've got their own airship too. The Intelligence Division and the RMP seem to be keeping them in check for now. But having a ship like this in the air will definitely put even more pressure on the Liberation Front. In other words, this ship allows me to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Genius, isn't it? And if I ever feel the urge to stretch my wings, I can take to the skies whenever the mood strikes me. Perhaps one day, I'll even be able to put on a recital soaring in the skies of Pathfinder. Well, putting aside certain idiotic flights of fancy, at the speed it should take less than an hour to reach Ruhr. Feel free to make yourselves at home while you're aboard. Aside from restricted areas like the engine room, you have the run of a ship. Go on and poke around a bit. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks, I think I'll take you up on that. And that's how we ended up flying to our destinations aboard the Empire's newest, most cutting-edge cruiser. But we didn't just sit and look out the windows, of course, since we had the captain's permission. We each set about exploring the Courageous, seeing what top-of-the-line our airship had to offer. Aber was dieses Luftschiff Gebieten hat, schauen wir uns dann nächstes Mal an. Wenn euch der gefallen hat, lasst gerne einen Daumen nach oben da und den Kanal nicht mehr so verpassen. Und nächstes Mal gucken wir das Luftschiff und kommen in Ruhe an. Bis dahin. Ciao, ciao.